I think that what she has done is try to turn this. We talked about people, using things to kind of get likes and get clicks.
That's not what she's doing.
Here's one. Wait, we got two more of her. I mean, this woman, it's just, how is this happening to California? Here she is saying that her 12-year-old is worried that she can't get an abortion.
So on election night, I went to pick up my daughter from water polo practice, and she's 12, and she got in the car and she was crying. And I said, did someone punch you? Like, water polo is a rough sport. I was like, did someone hit you? Did the coach yell at you? What happened? And she said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion? This is from a 12-year-old, my 12-year-old daughter. And so it was really a reminder of how scary this time is for people, and how important it is for Democrats to have strategies, both at the state level and the federal level, to make sure that we can continue to protect people's rights.
Oh, God, I love how starting a family involves killing a baby for these people. Also, yes, your daughter got in the car and was crying that she got raped and she wouldn't be able to get an abortion. Like, it's just nonsense. And by the way, if you were concerned about your daughter being raped or whatever, you might want to be a little harder on crime and illegal immigration in California. She sort of looks like Mrs. Trunchbull from Matilda, doesn't she? That woman freaked me out. Somehow I saw that in the theater. What year did that come out? I think maybe I was a camp counselor or something. And it was a rainy day and we had to take the kids 96. To the 96. So I was 19. Yeah, I was a summer camp counselor, and it was a rainy day. We took the kids to see Matilda. It's pretty good. It still stands the test of time. All right, here's one more of Katie Porter. She was on Bill Maher a while back with Piers Morgan, and she went after Riley Gaines because Riley, you know Riley. She's a girl, and she was swimming and wanted to swim with girls, and then there was a guy with a wang who pretended he was a girl to use the penis as a propeller, beat her, and then she was a little annoyed about that, so she became outspoken when it came to guys with wangs beating girls in swimming.
We should be able to have a civil debate. Nobody, including Riley Gaines, who I disagree with strongly, should feel
What do you disagree with, out of interest?
I think that it should be up to sporting bodies to make the decisions about who and
what
how
has she
should
said
compete.
that's actually wrong?
I think that what she has done is try to turn this. We talked about people, using things to kind of get likes and get clicks.
That's not what she's doing.
It's not?
I've got no truck for Riley Gaines personally, but all I've seen her do is stand up for women's rights to fairness and equality.
But
She actually competed against Leah Thomas, and it was obviously unfair. Leah Thomas won one of the races in the NCAA championships by 50 seconds against a bunch of biological females who simply couldn't keep up. That cannot be right. It cannot be fair.
That is something that I think our sporting bodies should be dealing with. And by the way, Riley is speaking up for herself, and that is her prerogative, and I respect her free speech.
I think she's speaking up for pretty much every female athlete in the world.
I mean, wasn't that the point of Title IX? Title IX in the early 70s was something that was it was a major event in feminism, that we finally have this law that says at colleges, right, and I think high schools too, but definitely colleges, women's sports have to be given equal to men's sports, so that women aren't and this led to the WNBA and lots of other stuff. This seems to be the opposite of that. It seems to be so many instances, I think, where wokeness is the opposite of what I grew up as liberalism. Liberalism was, let's give the women an equal shot. This is let's put a male in the swimming pool with the women. I don't get it.
It's crazy. And meanwhile, trans people who genuinely want to compete at athletics and swimming or whatever it may be, they're the ones who are suffering here. They need to be found a way to compete fairly and justly.
Well, what's your answer then?
I think there's one or two answers. I think they either compete against their biological sex, as many of them did before, or you create an entirely new category for transgender athletes. And then they're able to compete fairly. But what you cannot do is continue to allow more and more trans athletes to start decimating women's records, in some cases, irrevocably. It's just not fair.
Okay, I got to end it there.
Why, Katie Porter, can you not just step up for women? You have a 12-year-old daughter who's afraid she's going to be raped and not be able to get an abortion. Do you want her to be beaten in swimming too after having lived through all of that?